Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a long time since I've made a video because everything's been really crazy, and so unfortunately today I don't have anybody else here with me. If you've seen Castlevania Season 3, I've basically become Alucard. Just Alucard in the beginning when he's talking to his dolls of Trevor because he's so lonely. So today I went ahead and ordered some of the new items off of Taco Bell. Figured I'd try them since in the first video I tried some of the new things off of the Taco Bell menu, and this time it is the new Flaming Hot Doritos Locos tacos, and they have a Triplelupa, so it's a chalupa, but it's just really long and it can break into like 3 pieces. You'll see it when I start eating it. And I've never actually even had the Doritos Locos tacos, so I figured I'd get one of the regular ones. This is just the nacho cheese one. And I've also never had a chalupa, so it'll kind of just be a first for everything today. I debated getting another Baja Blast considering I didn't like the one I got in the KFC and Taco Bell Mukbang, but they do have this new drink. It's called the Wild Berry Freeze. Mine is a little melted from the drive back. I guess we'll try it.
Oh, I forgot napkins.
It's sweet. It's strawberry. I don't know if I said strawberry or berry, but it's strawberry and exceedingly sweet. It's got a very distinct kind of syrupy strawberry aftertaste. So for today, since I am on my own, I thought that I'd talk about something that basically all my friends have been doing since they've got so much time to themselves. The big A, and it's not Animal Crossing, it's anime. So many of my friends have been binge watching anime, and I'm not one of them. I told myself I wouldn't go down that rabbit hole. I didn't want to just be binging anime as much as I love it. Instead, I ended up just doing that with YouTube, so I mean, it's basically the same thing. What really made me decide to film this video, aside from the Taco Bell of course, was I saw some of the upcoming animes that would be coming up for summer, and there was one that I particularly saw getting a season 2, and I don't like this anime. I hate this anime because it wouldn't be fun if I talked to you guys about an anime I did like, so I figured we'd talk about an anime I dislike. Specifically, it's an anime that I really thought could have been so much more and just fell short because of a lot of reasons. But before I go ahead and get into that, I should try some of these tacos. I don't even like hard tacos, and the last time I had one, the shell got soggy, and these have been sitting a while. So let's go ahead and give these a taste test. I've also never had the Doritos of these. I've seen them in the store, but I haven't eaten them. So, oh god, it's already falling apart, which is why I don't like these tacos. Well, the bottom is definitely soggy. I gotta say that the shell, the spiciness, is really nice with it, so it's not just bland. You know, I like it. I think this makes me like crunchy tacos. That was good. I'm actually really surprised. I do think I kind of like it because it is spicier though, and I like spicy food. kind of want to try the actual Doritos of these. Okay. So, to get in today's topic of anime, and specifically an anime I dislike, we're going to be talking about The Irregular at Magic High. And this anime came out a while ago. It came out in 2014. I was a freshman in college, and I watched it on Netflix. I did not like it at all. I gave it on my anime list, I gave it a rating of 4, which on my anime list is bad. It has an overall rating of 7 something, which is good. So yeah, I really disliked this anime. And after I watched it, and it took me a long time to watch it because I just couldn't, it was just, we'll get into it, but I went online, and I'm not the only one, so I'm probably just beating a dead horse at this point. If you're a really big anime manga fan, don't come for me. I'm just ranting and giving my thoughts that honestly everybody has kind of already spoken about. But it came out in 2014, like I said, and I believe it was by Madhouse. And I really think this could have been so much better. Like, it hurts me to say it because it does have good points. So I'll go ahead and start off with the fact that, like, it's Madhouse. So the animation is good. Like, the characters look really nice. Also, the music that they got for the anime, on point. Like, one of the openings is by Lisa. It's Rising Hope. Of course, it's Lisa, so it's gonna be good. The other opening is by, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, Garnadelia. It's called Grilletto. That one's really good. And don't remember both the endings, but one is Mirrors by Rei Yasuda. It's just, the opening and endings are just spot on. So, I mean, the music's great. The animation of the combat in it's really good. Like, there's a lot of combat, and it's really pretty the way they animate it. But then past that, that's just where I hate everything else about this anime. Like, it had good animation, good combat, good animation of the combat, music's good, and it had the potential, and it fell short. Let me just eat a little bit more of this before I get into ranting. Okay, I'm actually going to try the regular nacho cheese Doritos Locos taco. You know, that's good too. Like, I think it's just because their flavor. I never reached for them before when I would go to a Taco Bell because I hate crunchy tacos because they're messy and they break, and I'm one of those people who prefers like softer textured things over crunchier textured things. So like, I'll choose like the chewy Chips Ahoy over the crunchy ones. And clearly with tacos, I prefer like soft shell. Let me know down below if you're crunchy taco or soft taco. But these make it worth it. Okay. So getting into what this anime is even about, essentially World War III has happened. And at the end of World War III, there are 4 superpower nations left standing. One is North America, the other is the Soviet Union, the third is I think it's called the Great Asian Alliance, and the fourth one is Japan. I don't know why Japan's not in the Asian Alliance, maybe because it's its own little island. Now, there are magic users in this world, and they're not as common, and so because of how uncommon and strong they are, the amount of good, strong magic users a country has is basically how powerful it is, and magic users are basically kind of like the weapons that they use because they're so strong. And magic users are generally either just called magicians or magic technicians, so kind of like engineers, because the magic in this anime, in this world, is like highly revolves around technology as well. It's one thing that I thought was very interesting and that I did applaud it for, was that magic wasn't just like mana that people could like use, or just some people are born with it. It's pretty complex, which I thought was interesting. However, that's also kind of its downfall in the story, and I'll get to that a little later. But the story takes place in Japan, of course, and in Japan, magic users, and I'm assuming probably all the other countries, they're sent to special schools. And in Japan, there's 9 9 magic schools, high schools. They don't have names, they're just kind of given like numbers. So it's like first, second, third, fourth high school. The story revolves around 2 siblings, a brother and a sister, Tatsuya and Miyuki. And they're going to first high school. And I hate these 2 characters. Talking about them enrages me. Miyuki and Tatsuya are going to this school, and Tatsuya is kind of like her bodyguard because there's kind of like 9 clans or families that essentially rule Japan, and she's from one of them, and she's kind of a possible candidate to lead one of them. Take a test to get into this school. It's practical skills, theory, other things, but practical skills is ranked higher and you get more points for. And so if you get in, however, you're not just in. There are 2 classes or courses in this school. First course and second course. And Miyuki gets into first course while Tatsuya doesn't do as well and he gets in the second course. It's basically classism. Classism and segregation, basically. So first course is basically everybody that scored really well in the test, but specifically well in practical. First course is considered stronger or better. And the second course who didn't score as well in practical or aren't as strong. And they're also differentiated by the names of blooms, which are like the first course, you know, it sounds like a pretty flower. Second course is called weeds. They call second course weeds. And to make matters worse, not only are they like separated into like these different categories, they get the names of blooms versus weeds, their uniforms are different. Yes, we are making them wear different things. First course has the sigil of the school on the uniform. I believe it's on one of the arms. Second course doesn't. They don't have it at all. Like, there's uniform differences, and I think there's a reason. I think I read around the time that I was watching the anime that in a rush to like just make the uniforms for the second course students, when they were like coming up with the idea of second course or allowing second course, they didn't have time to make it, so they just didn't. And then in the following years they were like, yeah, we'll just keep it that way. Everyone's second course forever and always. You're not going to have that patch or whatever. I don't know. Oh, also, second course students, they learn through like a computer. They don't get actual like teachers. This is supposed to be like a really prestigious school. It's like the first one, and you're telling me they don't have enough money to give everybody educators. And instead of like making it like some classes are taught by teachers and others are online, it's literally one whole course. Your first course students get teachers and the others don't. What? So yeah, there's that. That's aggravating enough. But okay, so that's the schools. actually really happy. Now I understand why everybody raves about these Doritos Locos tacos. Well worth the money. The strawberry thing, probably not. I think it's too sweet. Okay, so the chalupa. Mine is like covered in cheese, like. So this is the Triplelupa. Let me see. Oh my god, one whole side of this is. And you're supposed to, I believe, tear off the little pieces and eat it. So that's what I'm gonna attempt to do because there's no way I'm gonna try and eat this like a sub. Okay, I'm gonna start with the less messy side of this chalupa. Ooh. So it's actually smaller than I thought. I thought it would like be bigger. It just tastes like cheese. There's so much cheese in mine. I don't know if they're all supposed to be that cheesy because I've never had one. Also, I feel like it's supposed to be a little crunchy on the outside because mine sat so long with the amount of cheese that's on. There's so much cheese on here, guys. That was a bad idea. Okay, so getting back into the story, we talked a little bit about the school and like how the world is. And essentially, the story just follows the main two characters and some side characters as they go throughout school, and it's like a lot of school type animes. There's school festivals and other sorts of events. Granted, the festivals in these ones hold a little bit more importance. I believe it's watched on a larger scale, kind of like in My Hero, except for there's kind of more political importance in the irregular Magic High, and they also go against other schools. And also, along with the normal everyday things that they go through, there's also like terrorist attacks, and for some reason it's just high schoolers taking on terrorists, because that's normal, and for some reason there's never any adults around, so it's literally just these high schoolers thwarting terrorist attacks from like other nations and stuff. You know, believable. So yeah, that's basically the storyline, which doesn't seem bad. Again, it sounds like every other like school anime that involves like powers and stuff like that, except for that's kind of where anything that's like could be good or interesting about this anime ends. The main characters, I mentioned I hated them. Tatsuya is I hate Tatsuya. Tatsuya, he's emotionless. And we get emotionless in characters, but he deadass is so boring because he has no emotion. He only cares about Miyuki. And again, we get characters that only care about like one specific friend or one specific family member, but like there's nothing that makes it funny, makes me want to care about it. There's no like, oh, but deep down he actually does care about other people, or eventually he learns to care for other people. No, he literally just doesn't give a flying anything about anybody else that isn't his sister. And the side characters love him anyway. They eat out of his hand. Like, they love this man. He puts up a front around other people and he acts really nice, and so everybody just loves him. Loves Tatsuya. Tatsuya is amazing. Tatsuya is so smart. By the way, Tatsuya is second course, but he's basically a badass. So, there's that. But he still gets treated like shit because he's second course and looked down upon, which also then brings in the slowly some first course people are like, oh, maybe, wow, maybe Tatsuya is worth it. I hate it. I hate it so much. Also, because every female character that comes into the story that meets Tatsuya and is like, wow, he's really smart, he's really powerful, falls in love with him. Every female character is in love with Tatsuya. Every single one of them want to be with him, want to be his girlfriend, want to be the girl he holds at night. Like, every girl wants to be that girl. Including Miyuki, who is his sister. It's really strange. And like we get that sometimes in animes, but just like overall, when I think about all the reasons I dislike this anime, ugh, even Miyuki wants him. So there's that, which speaking of Miyuki, she's basically good at everything. And I didn't think her character was interesting. Less aggravating than Tatsuya, of course, but I didn't find her interesting. Like the side characters, for the life of you, honestly, I'm not gonna be honest. I can't even remember their names. It's been so long, I don't even remember their faces, but I liked the side characters more than I liked the main two. And, oh yeah, speaking of Miyuki being good at everything, so is Tatsuya actually, because, surprise, surprise, even though he's second course, he's actually a badass, like an OP badass, like needs a nerf badass, but he doesn't get a nerf, ever. And that's the most aggravating thing about this anime, is that Tatsuya just repeatedly is good and figures a way out of things. Like, there's never any second thought in your mind that maybe it won't work or maybe something bad will happen. No, because Tatsuya's gonna fix it. He is a Superman without kryptonite. And that's how it is through the entire series. The entire series. And, like, nobody thinks it's strange. They're just like, wow, Tatsuya's amazing. Like, nobody thinks it's weird that the second course kid is, like, ungodly. He's just perfect at everything. It's just so aggravating because there's no feeling of distress or anxiety because you know Tatsuya's gonna win. Like, you just know. He's perfect. He has an answer to everything. An answer to everything magic-wise. And honestly, the magic system that he's always, like, talking about and figuring, like, ways how to do things, like, maybe it would be more impressive if we could follow it. But that's another issue that I brought up earlier about, like, how cool it was that the magic system was complex. That was his downfall. You can't follow anything about the magic system. It's too complex. I deadass don't understand how it works other than it revolves around technology. Like, there's a system they use called CAD. And that's all I know about CAD. I don't actually know what CAD does. I just know it exists and is important. I'm like getting real filled with rage right now, so I need to take a breather, eat more of my chalupa. Oh god, we're getting into the cheese zone. Can you guys see the amount of cheese on that? I don't know if you can, but it's like sopping wet. Do they usually come with this much cheese? Because they really went ham. That bite was good though. This is so messy. My crunch wrap would never. It's just a pile of toppings down here. Okay, so the magic system, it's too complex. And at a lot of points during this anime, they'll decide that they want to explain it to us. And they're like, yay! Celebration, explanation, we're gonna understand the magic system. It's gonna be cool, and also, like, I'm gonna understand what the hell's going on and what they're talking about. And the explanation doesn't help. This magic system, you can't understand it. You don't understand it when they try and help make you understand it. And then Tatsuya's out here, like, doing things to it that you don't even think are possible or supposed to not be possible in the anime, but he does it. Like, he's so overpowered that all times they think there's no solution or there's no way to do something, and he just does it. Like, he constantly, they're like, it's impossible, Tatsuya does it. Shouldn't be able to be done, Tatsuya does it. Like, they'll go through like explanations about like how things are or how it can't be done, and he does it every single time. So it's like, okay, what is the point then? Why are we wasting time bringing it up just so for like the 80th time you can show us that Tatsuya's a badass? Tatsuya can do it. Like, we get it. That's why it's boring. Like, it took me so long to watch this anime because I was just so bored and irritated with the story that I took a break for a while from watching it. It's only, I believe, 20 something episodes. And then when I finally went back to trying to watch it, I would watch like maybe an episode a night. Maybe two. It was like my end of the, what a shitty way to end the night. I would lay in bed in my dorm, watch like an episode or a night or two on Netflix on my phone, you know, destroying my eyes for this piece of crap anime. I could have watched YouTube or a good anime to end my night. Like, instead I was watching the irregular Magic High. Like, it had the good possibilities to be a good anime. But like, the characters just fell so short, and the combat, while cool, like, you already knew the outcome. Because the characters were so unlikable, like, you kind of didn't even care or build an attachment to them. So it was boring to watch, and also just like it irritated me to no end. So I ended up hating it, which is why I rated it a 4, because for me, if I find it boring or hate the characters, I'm gonna rate it way more harsh than a story in which I love the characters, love the story, but maybe like the animation isn't as great, and it made it hard to watch, 20 something episodes. I know it's actually based off a light novel, so I don't actually know if it's the fault of, you know, the people who decided to make it an anime. I don't know if they left things out, rushed things, or the story really is just that unlikable, at least to me. I don't understand how it's getting a season 2 this July 2020. Heck, there was even a movie in 2017, did not watch it, but I know that the second season, it takes place after the events of the first season, I believe. Also, it is, I believe, not being done by Madhouse. It's being done by 8-bit. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I do believe it's 8-bit doing it. Maybe it'll be better. Maybe they'll go ahead and take the time to make it easier to understand. But I still don't know about the fact that Tatsuya literally is able to solve everything. I'm kind of wondering if I should watch it just to see. But then that means I have to watch the whole season. And fun fact about me that literally nobody asked for. When I start an anime, I have like a competition with myself where like I'm not allowed to drop it. I've only dropped one anime, and that was in high school. Yeah, that... I might do that to myself. That's really all I have for you guys today. I'm sorry if it was a little bit over the place. I kind of got carried away in ranting. Taco Bell was actually really good, so I actually highly suggest going out and getting the Flaming Hot Doritos Locos tacos, because I think it's really good if you like spicy. It's not actually that spicy. Maybe someone like Tony would think it's spicy, but I think it's really good. The Triplelupa, it's good. I'm assuming it tastes just like a regular chalupa does. It's just longer, and the drink just, it's not worth it. That's all I have for you guys today. If you've taken the time to watch this, thank you again, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.